All right. So I want to welcome each one of you. Happy Friday to our uh, onboarding call. I know that we've had many people join over the last, just even week, and we're going to continue during this pre-launch. What do we got, Megan? 80, what is it? 80, how many days is it? Are we at 79? We lose track
I
of the
think we're like
count.
77.
77 days till launch. Okay. So guys, such an incredible time right now to be a part of this amazing opportunity and to be able to really give this gift during the month of December, back to people that otherwise maybe thought they weren't going to be able to travel or otherwise thought that maybe they didn't have any options to make some immediate cash or something like that. So I want you just to, for a moment, kind of think of the power that we all have um, in the invite, of just making people aware of what we have that potentially could help them solve their problem, whatever that might be. So, again, my name's Joan Robison. I'm one of the leaders here at the in the High Flyers team, and my partner Megan Medina is here as well. And we want to welcome you to the team. For those of you that are brand new, if this is your first onboarding call, I want you to drop in the chat that you're here for the first time. I know I see a few people. I don't know who Zoom user is, but this will help me know. Okay, Joan, yeah, Joan, it's your first call. Um, Oops, let's see here. Megan, are you admitting? Um, that's why I made you co-host. Okay.
I'm not. Sorry, I'm crafting a message out. Sorry.
Okay, well, go ahead and admit for a few minutes, then go back to your message. Okay, there's Michelle. All right. So, guys, what we're going to really be focused on here today is onboarding, right? Is getting you off to a successful start. And really, what it starts with is understanding that um, the very best thing that any one of us can do today is get into immediate action. I want to kind of dispel the myth that you have to know everything to talk to people or that you've got to know, all the answers to everything because I've been here 90 days, a little over 90 days. I still don't know all the answers to everything, but what I can do today is help you get into action and begin your list of your warm list as well as give you some verbiage so that when you do reach out and as you continue to learn things, you've got some level of comfortability. I want to share, though, before we really dig into the mechanics of things, a little bit about my background. I started in network marketing back in 2001. And guys, when I said yes, I started with a whole lot of fear. And I even had sales experience. I didn't have network marketing experience, and I think that's what made me feel so, nervous. And the thing that I like to share is that there isn't a person on this call whenever you start something new that you're not going to feel a level of discomfort. And what I want to encourage you all to do is just work with the fear. Be aware that, yeah, this feels a little uncomfortable, but I know how to work with it. And the way to work with fear is to acknowledge it and lean into it and take action. The worst thing that someone could do, which is something I did back in the day, is I sat there and stared at that phone for like 48 hours after I'd made the list because I was just so self-absorbed in thinking that everyone was going to think something about me for offering something. And the way that I got out of that was I looked at my list and thought, who was the person that would either have to say yes to me or the person that I could at least practice on, right? And so when I made that initial reach out, you're only making that first one with this company one time. And when you do that, what happens is your confidence will elevate. So today, again, my goal is to help you leave the call with an action plan and with some verbiage that feels comfortable so that you can start talking to people about this amazing opportunity and take full advantage of these next, 77 days of pre-launch. Before we do that, I want to go over a few announcements. So the first thing I want to say is that if you've joined in the last 7 days, Megan, where is it in their back office?
Yeah, so right at the top of your back office, there's $100 off convention Dallas in February. You do have to email events from the email that you got started, and they will help you get a ticket. Sorry, it's crazy over here.
Okay. So guys, it's $100 off or 50, Megan? 100. Oh, wow. Okay. So, guys, if you are in your first 7 days and you want to be part of making history with all of us, $100 off. And like Megan said, you'll go to your back office and you'll email events. And what are you emailing them, Megan? Basically, just like, I want to get registered. And then what do? They get back to you?
Well, I'm assuming kind of how they did it before. They just help you register through the card on file or something.
Okay.
Because
I
we're
don't,
not new,
yeah,
I can't go through the process. But
right.
yeah,
Okay. All right, guys. So there's that.
I mean that makes a regular ticket 99 bucks. That's pretty
Yeah,
awesome.
really good value. Okay. Right now, what's going on is we are in what we call double commissions for the month of December. So, our main focus right now is obviously to bring in more builders, to help people get positioned um, so that they're in a really good place within your tree. And I want to just make a suggestion that at the elite level, so if you're taking notes, write this down. At the elite level, you are making typically $40, okay? But for the month of December, that 40 goes to 80. So write that down. Elite regularly is 40 bucks, but right now you're getting double dollars, so that's 80. Elite Turbo, we typically make 80 as a normal, and for the month of December, it's 160. Okay. So I'm going to make a suggestion to you guys. And this is something that I have done many times over the years. When the company drops incentives, I look at who are people that maybe would be likely to say yes to me, that I want to be able to talk to about potentially offering them a coupon or, some money off to get involved right away. Now, I'm going to give you some tips on this because you're probably like, well, how would I do that? So you can Zelle them some money, you can Venmo them, okay? You can give them half of your commission where you're still making half. But I want you to think about this in a way that how could you share the love, right? How could you share the love to bring somebody over the fence that maybe this potential 40 or $80 off their kit could help them? How soon do you get the commission? A really good question. Within about 48 hours. So what I understand, or what I know, is that you will see it show up in your back office and then it'll be within your wallet in about 48 hours. Okay. So I'm going to say that one more time. I want you to write it down. If the normal price on the Elite Turbo is 80 and on the Elite it's 40 in your pocket. Right now we're doing double. So 160 and 80. So how could you use this incentive to bring somebody on board where I think it's kind of like sharing the love, right? I'm going to share my commission. And I would say that, hey, Tanya, it's Joan. Listen, I thought of you because I know you and I've always loved to work together, or, whatever it is. We can go over some word choices in a bit, but I've got an opportunity over the next couple days to give you an incredible um, deal if you are open to taking a peek at this. Now, if it's someone that's already looked at it, I know this is onboarding you guys, but I know there's a handful of you that have already been here for a while. If it's someone that has shown some interest, I'm calling these people all day long because they already, are maybe on the fence or shown some interest. Are you guys with me? Does that make sense? Okay. And if you're brand new, I'll show you how to use this more as leverage at the end of this call when we do verbiage. Okay. So, what I'd love to do now is I'd love to just take a moment and I would love to know from some of you that are brand new, what are you most excited about around this opportunity? You've said yes. I get it. There's all kinds of, excitement. There's a little bit probably like, I don't know what I'm doing. What are you most excited about? Let's talk about that. I'd love to hear from a few of you. Oh, good. Joan just focused on booking her first trip. Okay? Okay, personal savings on the trip. That is very exciting. Absolutely. What else? What
Jen,
else? Yeah, Michelle.
I would say I'm super excited about building this with friends. Like the excitement and ideas of just shooting back and forth. It's a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Okay, good. Yeah. Being in relationship with people that I already love, with my friends, with my family. I can definitely tell you guys every single build, this is my fifth build. Every build, I always just love this part because I'm either seeing people that I wanted on my team before, people I admire reaching out to me, being like, oh my gosh, you and Megan are doing this thing. We'd love to know more. And it's an opportunity for me. I'm just going to say this, you guys. When, when we're starting new, it's new, right? There's a freshness and an aliveness and an excitement about this, right? So I love kind of the whole new. I think it feels really good to be able to share something with excitement. All right. Who else? Jan, are you going to share a little something or are you just coming on?
Ooh, thanks for doing that, Joan. I was going to do that.
Oh. All right. She's on mute. You're all good. Mute is down. Let's see.
Okay.
There you go.
I'm so sorry. I am
Good.
excited about the uniqueness of this business opportunity. I feel like you don't have a product necessarily that you're lugging around and trying to sell or do
Right.
shows and try.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
just, it's refreshing to be able to just basically say, you want to be your own travel agent?
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
make it happen.
Yeah, I love that. And guys, thanks Jan for sharing. Jan is
Uh,
someone that has joined us most recently, and she's got a huge, huge travel background, being a corporate executive with Hyatt for many years. So, it's also cool when you see people that have been in the industry that are looking at this going, my God, this is like huge, right? That also when you talk to people that get super excited, what does it do? It elevates your own confidence, doesn't it? Makes me go, you know what? I really did make a good decision. Look at all these excited people around me, right? Look at the successes that they're having. Okay, I'm going to draw a card real quick. We're going to set the stage and then we're going to dig right in. If you are somebody that you know for sure, like, hey, I need this answered before I get off this call, would you go ahead and drop any question, major question that you have? You want to make sure, Joan, you cover this because this will make this call, well, geez, worthwhile to me. Drop your question in the chat. As I dropped all my cards, this is the card though that we're going to be talking about. Okay, you guys ready? Okay, this is a good card, especially for new people. All right, here's the card. All right. So the card is reframe to elevate the way that I see something. I want you to think about that for a minute. I talk a little bit about fear because I know that every person that joins something new, I mean, if we were, I say this all the time, if we were going to go down to Starbucks and you were going to put me on the line and you were going to tell me, Joan, it's time for you to make skinny vanilla lattes, I'd be like, holy shit, pardon me, but that's what I would be thinking. Like, I don't know how to make a latte at Starbucks. But I know if I went to the training, if I took action, within about 2 weeks, I start feeling pretty good. That's what history shows me. But there is this level of discomfort. So let's talk about this. I know that at times the way I look at things, it doesn't serve me well. I can intentionally reframe my view of a situation by choosing to see what's good. When I choose to reframe, I will elevate my thoughts and see a brighter picture. Flip the switch from seeing what's not serving you to a new view that will change maybe the way you look at something even forever. When you change the way you think, you will also change the way you feel. Now, I have to make a comment about this. Guys, it's easy, and human nature kind of does this is, think about it. When you call your girlfriend, you don't usually call your girlfriend and be like, oh my God, I'm going to tell you the three things that are going so well today. We women, we don't do that. We're like, you know what? Karen, it's Joan. Guess what's going on? Right? And we tend to focus on like, I need to vent a minute or I need to tell you this is not working out. So here's what I want you guys to know. I want you to force yourself even through whatever feelings you're going through, I want you to go, this feeling is helping me be more aware, right? The feelings aren't right or wrong, but it's also teaching you something, isn't it? So I'm going to look at the fear or whatever I'm feeling that might not be serving me as, what is this really teaching me? And many of you, this is building your muscle. It's building a muscle, just like when we go to the gym, right? We got to do a little work. It's kind of painful, but then we notice we get a nice little shape or whatever, right? That is called strengthening your muscle. That's what you're doing here. Okay, so now let's do this. I'm on my little soapbox here. All right. If you guys like that, drop a one in the comments. Are we having fun? It's Friday. Let's have some fun. Freaky Friday, fun. Okay, good. All right. So guys, I know that some of this is going to be review, but some people are brand new to this call, so we're going to go ahead and first things first. When you sign up as a new person, I'm going to talk to you as what you do as the sponsor and also what you do as the new person. Okay? So just hear me. All right. First thing we want to make sure that we've done is um, you're going to, so first let me speak to the sponsor. Okay, so the sponsor, first thing she does is she adds them to the Facebook group, High Flyers, and the team chat and does a welcome graphic. Okay, I'm going to show you where those things are in a minute. Okay, and then the next thing is we're sending them the boards. Okay, we send them that start here part of the boards. So, has everybody here been welcomed to the group, added to so welcome to the Facebook group in the chat and had a welcome graphic? Or rather, maybe I should say, if that hasn't happened for you, please let me know in the chat. I think pretty much everybody, but just in case. All right? All right, great. Okay. Excelente. All right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to give you a little quick little tour around. Oh, wait, there's the boards. Around the boards. Um, oh, come on. All right. So I'm sharing my laptop, so it might look a little different. I do most everything, you guys, from my phone. But what I love is I'll have for training purposes, I use my laptop. For all else, I use my phone. All right. So First thing I want you to do is you're going to go here to team training and resources. And here is an onboarding checklist. Okay. So I'm actually in the, like, believe it or not, you guys, because things are changing and we've added a Facebook group, I'm literally in the process of updating this. It'll be done probably by no later than Monday, but it still works. So you'll notice I'm in the High Flyers team chat. I'm a new, it's, yeah, anyway, and then you can check it if you're a new person in the team chat. The new one is going to say I'm in the Facebook group and the team chat. Okay, so just some updated things. You'll notice here about the graphic. Okay. And then the next thing typically is you're going to get on a phone call with your sponsor or upline so that you can actually have a little bit of one-on-one time and start going through things with them. Okay. All right. So that's the checklist you want. Now, what I want to do, guys, is go to the onboarding conversation. So your sponsor or sponsors that are listening here is first thing you want to do right when you sign someone up is set a 15 to 30-minute call with them so that you know what they really are wanting. Okay. So first 5-10 minutes, I'm just connecting. I'm going to get to know them. And then I'm going to go right into what is it that they want. Okay. This is so important, you guys, for a strong foundation. And I want to also let you know that I would not be here today if I didn't make a 90-day commitment to myself to do everything that I was told, meaning I'm going to be coachable. Okay. Everything that I was told to succeed, because during this time, you're going to have those moments where you're like, why the heck did I say yes to this? I've gotten 12 no's and it's starting to tick me off. Just pretend, right? Or you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I just signed my first person. I love this business. I'm so glad I said yes. I like to think of new people as if they're like on life support, right? And we need to come alongside them and set them up for success. Okay. So if you're brand new here, our job is to come alongside you and partner with you so that you don't feel alone. This isn't a sign you up, see you later. This is a sign you up, and now we're locking arms. Okay. So what is it that you want? Way back in the day, I was afraid to put it out there that what I really wanted was to leave my corporate job at Nordstrom. I loved what I did there, but guys, I was commuting almost 4 hours a day. I was a single mom at the time. My son was 6. He's now, what is it, 31 or 32, and I have grandkids. But I had this vision of being able to do homework with him across, the kitchen counter and make him a snack and not be at work. I had a vision of dropping him off at school. I want him to be a car kid, not a bus kid. Now those are just things I wanted. I also, had a vision of the kind of house I wanted and what I wanted my life to look like. And I'm going to tell you guys something really quickly here. I was not afraid, and it was probably more ignorance, just being honest, to put out there what I wanted. Literally, it was a prayer. I just was like at the end of my rope with myself. I kind of remember it, feeling like I was kind of stuck and not making progress. And that's what it was. It was God, this is the way I want my life to look. And I just wrote it out. I never wrote one thing on the paper that I didn't want. So I want to make sure I say, like, pretend like I wrote, I wanted to work with, people in the beauty industry. Okay. Let's say I wrote that because I did. I didn't write, not people at the retail level. Do you get what I mean? So the list was only what I wanted. All right. And it wasn't more than 2 weeks later that the first invitation to my network marketing business came from my best friend. And by the way, just so you guys know, I talk to her darn near every day. We've been best friends since we were 12. And she knew me But I never told her, like, you know what? I'm kind of getting really bugged about my whole Nordstrom thing because Miles is getting older and, all that. I didn't go into all that. That's just not what I shared with her. So literally she didn't even know that by her invitation, I'd put it out there in my journal, a couple weeks prior. And I will tell you, when the ferry hit the dock where I lived, getting off on Bainbridge Island, I remember looking at my list thinking, fat chance this is going to happen. And I closed up that journal and I just kind of put it away. Here's what I want you to know. There was no resistance. You guys know, like when you really want something really bad, how you can't quit thinking about it? It wasn't like that for me. I wanted it, but I didn't even think it was possible. So I just closed up the damn thing and put it away. And that is why I believe it happened very quickly because I put it out there in a prayer. You know what, God, this is what I really want. And it felt like these were my heart desires. And I believe that God placed those there. I didn't know how it was going to happen, but boy, did it start happening. So get really clear on what you want. And I want to make a suggestion, short term and long term. Like for me, it was $500 the very first month. I wanted to eat Chinese food whenever I wanted to without being on a budget. And I wanted to take my son to Disneyland. And I thought, you know what, if I could put a few $100 away a month, that would be great. Isn't it funny? Now here we are in travel. But those were my first goals. All right. So going back, right here. So the second thing we got to look at is what are the actual goals that I want? So I've said yes to this business. How much money would I like to make? What's going to make it worthwhile to me in the first 30, 60, or 90 days? Maybe long term. I like to do short term and long term. Do I want to move up the ranks and build a team, in a quick way? Do I want to really lean in and take advantage of this pre-launch? Or am I going to play small and kind of go, well, if it happens, it happens. Okay, because here's what I know. Playing small does not serve anybody. Okay, your world becomes small. You get self-consumed again. So I'm imagining that right now, the majority of you are like, well, yeah, I might be nervous to build a team, but I'd like to build a team. So is your goal silver within the first 2 weeks? And what does that look like? Okay. I want to talk just right now about the Fast Start program and how you can get to silver within your first 2 weeks. So the Fast Start, if you're taking notes, is your opportunity to earn $450 within your first basically 3 weeks of business. But here's what I want you to know. The minute that you bring on 2 members, okay, that's customers or builders, you will unlock your first $150. Now you have 7 days. It basically you notice when you sign up, then it gives you your countdown in your back office. But you could do that in the first few days and then it unlocks the next phase, or you could do it in those first 7 days and then it unlocks. But if you do miss one of them, then it doesn't unlock for the next. Okay, so to me, I'm sure many of you want to get your travel dues auto finance. This is where it's actually paying for itself at silver. And you're also getting that first rank advancement as far as moving up in the, moving up the ranks, basically. Okay. All right. So once I've got a few goals down, I also might have some other things goal wise, like, I want to pay for Johnny's soccer. I want to, put money aside for our trip to Italy, whatever that is. What's going to keep you going? All right. And then the third thing is uncovering your commitment level. So I will tell you, so many people I know do not keep a schedule. And I will build flexibility in my schedule, guys. But if you want to create a business You got to be open for business, and people have to know that you're consistently there. Okay, people buy from people they know, like, and trust. Part of them, the know, is you showing up consistently. It's you being in front of them. It's you being willing to be seen. Okay, and they got to know you before they're going to like you. So, this is where we're going to talk about reach outs and collecting friends. Because over time, when people like you, they begin to trust you because they see, oh, Joan really is going all in. Wow, she is having some success. All right. Oh, wow, she did choose a stable company that's been around for 13 years. They start gathering information. Okay. All right. So, guys, next thing I want to talk about now is, really getting into action. Megan, do you want to share anything on social media? I didn't know if you were planning, if you're just, okay. Yes or no? No? Okay. I didn't know. All right. So, guys, very first thing that you're going to want to do is once you're in that Facebook group, I want you to go to guides, and maybe let's just do a quick share screen on this. This is more of your action. Hang on 1 minute here. Okay, let's go up here. Just a minute. All right. So we're going to go right into the High Flyers group so you guys can check it out. If you are not in the Flyers group, if someone could drop the link, well, here, we can do this. Copy the link. Here we go. Just in case, I'll put the link right here. All right, there we go. So I just dropped the link in the Zoom chat just in case. All right, so guys, first off, featured always, you can find the calendar, the weekly calendar. Okay, that's also in your boards under what's happening. You can see, the different promos that are going on, but what I really want you to see is the guides where it says start here. Okay. So if we were to open up this particular guide, this is so important, and I would love for you to do this even right now if you haven't. We want to fill out this form right here to be able to get into our communications and our onboarding system. So this is how you're going to stay connected to the team as a whole and get up to the minute information from Megan and I. You'll notice here that there is a download for the team boards. Um, what is going on here? Oh, this is doubled. Well, we'll have to come back to that. Anyway, you can go to guide 2 and begin the onboarding. And we did go over some of that in um, in just earlier in the boards. But guys, this is the main thing that I really want you to do. And you'll go into, let me just make sure here. Yeah, guides. So everything is laid out beautifully in guides. So as you can see, welcome, your email, setting up your e-wallet, okay, fast start. So you're just going to move right down along this way. All right. Okay. Everybody, any questions so far about what I've covered so far? Any questions? Come off mute if you have questions. Is the one funner stuff?
That's me. I think it has funner or funnel. That's what it was. Funnel in you have it as step 1. Is that the text that we get?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yep. That's the step 1, getting you into the team system. All right. So guys, one of the best things that I can do right now is to help each and every one of you get into action. Okay. So what I like to do is literally have you get in a place right now where you can either, if you've done this before, you're going to maybe add to your warm list. If you've not done this before, I'm going to help you. So we want to get a pen and paper. I'm going to set a timer and we're going to literally have a goal to get 20 to 30 people on our list. Okay. This is going to be your warm list for direct reach outs. Now, I'm going to give you a few tips on this. You do not want to be attached. Like, in other words, the timer that we're going to set is going to be for about 4 minutes. I do it so quickly so you don't have as much time to think about it. Do you get what I mean? Because if I say, oh, we're going to take the next half hour to get 20 people, you're going to go, well, she'd do it. No, she wouldn't. She's not retired yet. Oh, you know what? She works at the bank. Oh, and we start prejudging, right? Has anybody ever been there? And then you don't put them on your list because you've made the decision for them. Here's what I want you to know. Thank God my best friend didn't make the decision for me. All our jobs are is the invite, and it will be the most powerful thing that you can master is the invite. It all starts with the invite, okay? All right. So, how do we make this warm list? We make it by using, and I'm going to give you some different ideas, okay? First off, you might use your cell phone, A to Z in cell phone, okay? You might use your Facebook friends. You might use past team members or people that you would love to work with. I want to assure all of you that the cool thing about the travel business or the travel club, however you want to look at it, is it doesn't compete with any other company. So many people are coming here as second and third streams of income. So you don't have to be afraid, like, oh gosh, I'm in health and wellness and that company's health and wellness and I'm going to feel spammy. No, you don't have to be afraid. Many people are going to join you because they want travel discounts, just like Joan Summers wants it, ready to book. Okay. So I'm going to give you a couple other things. You can think about friends. You can think about relatives or family members. You can think about, some of your kids or social activities that you're a part of, the gym. How about people that you do business with? Hairstylist, nail tech, cosmetology lady, esthetician, whatever. You can also think about, um, people that have qualities that you attract to. Maybe they're great networkers. Maybe they're just people that love to talk to people. Okay? Okay. Drop a one in the comments if you guys are picking up what I'm putting down. Make sure everyone's on the page. They know what we're about to do. Okay? Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, good. Okay, guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set my alarm. We're going to go 4 minutes. You got your blank papers, okay? And all you're going to do is if a name comes to mind from any of the prompts I shared or whatever you're doing, your goal is to get 20 to 30 people on your paper. Don't worry about getting their phone numbers. Don't worry about your penmanship. Just get the damn names on your paper with no judgment. All right? Okay, you guys, here we go. Whoops, wait a minute. Ready? On your mark? No, I'm just teasing. All right, go. All right, there we go. And I'm going to the bathroom. So keep going. Okay, we're about the halfway mark. Okay, you guys, drop a one in the comment if you want one more minute. Okay, we'll go one more minute. Okay, guys. You guys are probably like, wait, that wasn't a minute. I'm looking at the clock. We got to come back. All right. Okay, here's what I want you guys to know. Number one, great job, because I know you got a little dent in your list. How many people here got 10 or more? Okay. How many people here got 20 to 30? Okay, good, good. So this is the thing. You feel accomplished, don't you? When you just can just get really focused for 5 or 10 minutes, it's amazing what you can do without getting distracted and prejudging and all that. And I've done it both ways. I've sat before for an hour looking at a list and been the prejudger person, and it doesn't work very well because I don't know what's going on behind the face, right? All right, so I want you to put your list aside and I want you to look at it. And, I think one of the things that I like to do is um, reach out either via text message first or via Facebook, depending on how close you are with the people. And guys, the language is real simple, okay? So we have a builder strategy also under team training that you can review. We're not going to go fully into that right now, but I'm going to just share with you, if I'm you, how I would do my initial reach outs. Okay, if I know them very well, my goal is always to get them on the phone, right? I want to get them on the phone and chat with them a little bit. And it would be something as simple as, and again, I'm either going to text message them, like if it's my sister-in-law, it's going to be in regular text. So you guys have to be the judge. And I'm just going to be like, hey Sarah, do you have a few minutes? I'm really excited I started something new and I'd love to get your opinion or share this with you. I'd love to chat with you about it. Okay. I don't give a whole lot right up front to somebody that I know really, really well. Okay. Just something like I started something new. Okay. Now, if it's somebody that has already been in network marketing before and I've worked with them, or, it's somebody that's a leader, whatever, this is where I might say, hey, and I'm going to just use Angela because I did this with her. Hey, Angela, it's Joan. And then I go so, hey, Angela, it's Joan. This is text message. I think this is something you really want to check out, dot, dot, dot. Because what that will do is that will get Angela to listen to my voice message. Okay. And then I simply go right into my voice message and I just go something like this. Hey, lady. So listen, I made a decision and partnered with a travel and lifestyle company. And I thought about you because I've always loved working with you and we've always had a lot of fun. But right now, timing is everything. And we're positioning people at the top. And I wanted to know if you were open to having a conversation. Okay, that's one way. All right, I'm going to say it in another way. Hey, Angela, it's Joan. Gosh, I've made a decision and I partnered with a travel and lifestyle company I'm super excited about. I have no idea where you're at or if this would even interest you. But if you have a few minutes, I'd love to tell you a little bit about why I joined and get your opinion. Or are you open to checking this out? Okay. So, guys, I only am going to give you those two real options, and I'm going to tell you why. Because you can then get them on the phone and use just small talk, hey, how's it going? And I like to state the obvious. If I haven't talked to Angela in 3 months, 6 months, a year, I just say that. God, it's been ages. Geez, it's been over a few months. I don't think we've talked since high school. I'm going to state the obvious. Okay? Really powerful in your messaging. I made a decision. Timing is everything, and we're positioning people at the top, or you could say we're positioning leaders at the top. I thought about you because, and I like this part because it makes people move closer to me. I have no idea where you're at or if this would even interest you, but I'd love an opportunity to chat. Are you open to taking a peek? Okay, really key there is asking that last and only question, right? Now, some of you are probably like, oh, Joan, that makes me cringe a little bit. Get over it. I'm just going to tell you, get over it because I have used this, and I do it a little bit. You guys, I'm just, I'm giving you a few little ways I do it because it's natural and it works. Again, under the builder strategy, there's more of a formal or structured. These are just giving you kind of templates to feel comfortable. But if you can do this and you can even practice it once or twice, sending your own self the text message, you're good. But here's what I want you to know, you guys. Be you. Be you. Be authentic. Don't be like, sometimes I make these messages when I'm walking out of freaking In and Out with my grandkid. Hey, Joan, oops, just a minute. Now someone's calling me. You know, let's say I was reaching out to Joan. I'd be like, hey, Joan, oh my gosh, I'm just walking out the In and Out with my little 3-year-old here to the right. But listen, I wanted to reach out to you because I made a decision to partner with this travel and lifestyle company. And I thought about you because I know you and Russ love to travel. Anyway, I have no idea what you're doing or if this would even interest you, but I'd love an opportunity to chat. When do you have a few minutes? Now you guys are like, she made that so easy. It is easy when you don't overthink it and you just keep it short and sweet. Okay. And when you get on the phone with people, here's the deal. You don't have to know it all. You just can say, I just started this 2, 3 days ago. I'm new. I'm going to introduce you to, my upline. And I want to just tell you personally, I want to invite you, but if you're open to checking it out, then we'll just get on a Zoom call or a phone call with my upline. Okay. There's that. You can send them the video, right? So what videos do you send? Under boards, under business presentation, I always send either the corporate video or the 12-minute video. Okay? Corporate video or 12-minute video. Let's say they agree to watch the video. Okay? When they say, yeah, send it over to me. Really key here, it's in this builder strategy too, but watch this. Right at that moment, I say, when do you think, Lisa, when do you think you'll, and this is voice message usually, okay, I just popped over the video. When do you think you'll have a few minutes to watch a video? You think you'll be able to watch it now, Lisa, or do you think maybe later this afternoon? Always moving the call with momentum forward. Some of you guys, you know what? You're learning the skill of urgency. It's really important. Okay. We don't want to just say, here's the video, and then you're going to call me tomorrow and go, she ghosted me. She didn't get back to me. Well, you didn't ask her to get back to you. So let's not make that mistake out of the gates, or we don't have to learn that lesson. Once they watch the video, okay, or once she says she's going to watch the video, most of the time people will say, Joan, I actually have time right now. But let's say she says she's going to watch it at 12 noon. That's in a few minutes, whatever. I look at my clock and I know I just gave her a 22-minute video. So I say, hey, let's just meet back on my Zoom, or I'll give you a call at 12:30. How's that sound? Great. They'll watch it. When they tell you that they'll watch it at this time or this time, they're going to be more likely to watch it and feel a little bit of ownness to watch it because you're calling them back. And here's what you do when you call back. You do not say, what questions do you have? Don't do that. What you do say is, hey, Jan, I'm so glad. Did you love the video? What'd you think of it? So glad you had a chance to watch it, or it's good catching up with you here, What'd you think of the video? What did you love about the video? What spoke most to you about the video? What stood out about the video? Okay, and then she's going to tell you. And then I start talking a little bit about possibilities. Okay, wow, if you were to do this, what would you want it to look like? You know, at this point, you can get her in a chat or on a call with an upline. So you let us do the heavy lifting. Does this sound good, you guys? All right. So your homework is to finish that list, right? Be sure that you've gotten on an onboarding one-on-one with your upline so you can define what you're wanting, right? That sheet, we got to know your why, we got to figure out your goals. And then the third thing is make reach outs. That is all you need to do right now is reach outs and set yourself a goal. Okay. You want to start strong? Maybe it's going to be 10 to 15 to 20 reach outs a day. You want to start a little bit slower, 5 reach outs. But the truth is, the person that talks to the most people will have the most results. Okay. So if you need support in feeling comfortable with your verbiage, that's what we're here for. So you can DM me in the DMs and I will help you if you need more support around that. All right. Anybody, what are any takeaways? Anybody gain something really good from this call? And then I got to get off because we have another call on here. Oh, thanks, Michelle. Anybody else real quick? Any takeaways? Oh, network marketing Facebook groups. I would still, yeah, I don't know what the rules are, but I would, you know who I would ask? Get in, Joan, ask Lisa. Lisa knows.
Okay.
Yeah, ask Lisa. Lisa knows what to post in groups. Okay. All right, you guys, I've got to get off this line. Uh, Jan and Angela, I'm going to actually send you guys another Zoom link. Okay. So I'm going to send you both another Zoom link to get on because this one is in, um, it's going to be in use. All right. Okay, guys, have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day. We are here to support you. I love you lots, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.